Crush. Oh, a nice drink of Crush would be good with 30 degrees. She was talking
It's going to be a hot one.
Crushes, so. It's 9 to 12, and it's the Bay FM Health Hour with Madonna. Of course, is from New Leaf, and we'll find out a bit more about it. And guest this morning, Robert, that's been very interesting what we've spoken about.
Yeah.
So thanks for letting us in on that conversation. Well, especially letting me in, because a lot of things you don't hear or you don't know about until you do hear them. So thank you for that.
Yeah, that's
No
right.
problems. Yeah, it's only
That's better.
Yep. Thanks. It's like I've gotten my diploma in universal consciousness, and this is the first year it's ever been offered. So it's a new form of healing that's got so much potential.
And you'll be doing that next week. Is that right? No?
Oh, it's available at New Leaf, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Great.
Yeah, no, and the people who have had certainly the quantum consciousness, which is a bit of a slightly different process, a bit longer. Everyone's experiences have been totally different.
Oh yeah, it's very unique.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like, so you know how he said it's a guided meditation. Well, it's not the same for everyone, because it's still taking into account what is coming through for that particular person, what their particular triggers are, what their particular history has been, and where the emotional stickiness comes in.
So it's not quite that easy, but once you start...
Oh, it's fine for the client. They're lying down just going through the process. Yeah.
Another sandwich, a cup of tea.
It depends on the readiness of the client. See, if the client is already spiritually inclined and they have done a certain amount of personal work, then they can find it quite easy to go or expand their awareness into other realms of consciousness. And what I mean by that is that they can experience or have an interaction with an aspect of themselves on a soul level, and even further with a spirit or an ancestral level, and that's going beyond time and space as we know it. But for a novice, we can just be working with things in their stored consciousness, which basically is their subconscious mind, which is what's happened to them in this lifetime as they know it. And as they do more journeys and they're still open to doing more personal work, then they're open to more discoveries.
And I think that's part of the thing. We have so many people come into New Leaf for so many different things. Some people don't want to look at their past. They're totally uninterested. They're happy. All they want, they go, no, I just want something for the pain. I just want, and those people aren't the people who are going to enjoy or appreciate the process or really be... They won't allow themselves to go to that place that's going to be that beneficial. Yeah. It's not like you can sneak in under someone's subconscious, can you?
No, it's all up to the free will of the client, and it's up to us to respect that, right? It's to try and force something. For me, is it goes against what. Who we are.
And same with kinesiology. There's a little because we do this weird thing called surrogate balances. So we've got people from around the place who we often have a surrogate on the table. Rob's been surrogate for clients over the time, and basically we end up doing a balance on someone else for the person who needs the balance. And and part of that process is making sure their higher consciousness is ready for that treatment, so that you can get in. And sometimes it just stops. You'll be halfway through a subconscious or a surrogacy balance, the body goes, I don't think so, we're hitting something I'm not ready for, and it'll just go, no more.
It's an amazing thing, the body.
It really is.
The brain.
And the brain wants to protect us. So, if we have not got to a spot where the brain is ready to accept or deal with something, or it's going to be too traumatic, or it might open up a Pandora's box of memories where you're just not willing to go, quite often the brain will go, I don't think so.
It is part of our nature to protect ourselves with something that we perceive to be a threat. So it takes a lot of trust and courage, which is all about our heart centre, to discover what's within that Pandora's box. Because I do know, I've had clients over the years. One of my ladies, and this is probably one of the worst case scenarios, she had been abused by lots of people, and it had created massive amounts of health issues. And we were in the middle of a visualisation one day, and I'm talking 15 years ago, and she all of a sudden went into almost like a choking, vomiting sort of sensation when she had at the same time a memory of her grandmother
forcing her to eat soap
Oh.
because of something she had said. And she had not remembered. She was like 60 when she was seeing me. You know, it was sort of like something from 50 years earlier that
Could
this
still remember it.
this memory came. She had not thought about it.
No.
But as
Wow.
soon as the sensation started hitting her throat and the choking sensation was sort of happening, that's when she had that. It was as clear as anything. So sometime, and this is the thing, in these sessions, you don't know what's going to show up. So it's really
No.
about creating a safe, healthy environment
Yeah.
where you can, calm things down. Go.
Yeah.
Is there a safe word, a safe space, a safe something that you create within the?
Oh yeah, I make sure that there is trust within the relationship between the client and I, and that shows up with how well the guided meditation goes. If I trust my intuition, and where there is an obstruction,
Yes.
like we're not being able to get over through a layer of consciousness. There's just something where there's an obstruction that the client can just not go through. So just using kind and soft words to help them just explore it first before going through it. So and getting a feeling, a sense for it, getting an understanding about it, and then with the right time, it again comes back on, does the client want to continue?
Yeah.
Do they want to proceed through this layer and see what's on the other side? If they say no, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But
has that actually happened where
Yeah.
someone hasn't wanted to continue? Okay.
yeah. Had a client once where had a client once where there was a relationship issue that she didn't want to see, and that came up within the journey, and that's okay. We can leave that for another time. Let's continue on with the journey, with the intention. So we bring it back to the intention.
Beautiful.
And if it comes back to that relationship again, and there is, the client doesn't want to go through it, okay, we'll bring them out of the trance state, and we'll talk about it. Yeah,
and I think that's one of the things at New Leaf. We've got several tools. So if someone's in the middle of something, they realise that that's not quite where, maybe they need something, gentler, like massage or acupuncture for a little while until they calm down and their brain gets more trust. And so there's always many ways to skin a cat without using an awful...
So to speak. You don't skin cats.
We don't skin cats.
No.
Shave them a little bit, but no.
Well, listen, we're going to have to wrap it up.
No, that's been great.
It has been very interesting. So thanks, Robert, for coming in.
Thank you.
And also Madonna, well, that's always a bit of fun on Friday, isn't it?
Always a bit of fun.
Now, you better tell us if anyone is thinking of any of these conditions, maybe it's acupuncture or whatever.
Yes.
How can they contact you?
So we're at 94 Edith Street in Wynnum, and our phone number is 3348 6098. And I think Lynn's on the phone at the moment, but maybe it's turnover time to Sanu.
There you go.
So Lynn and Sanu.
We'll look forward to your company again next week.
I'll be here.
Friday. All
Fabulous.
right. Have a great day, won't you?
You too.
It's
Thank you.
100.3.